Ohayo! Welcome to Samurai Flag channel. I'm Jazz and I'm by myself right now. That's why the camera is a little shaky. I'm just waiting for Yuki to arrive and then the camera will be much better. Yeah, so our plan today is just to enjoy Nara Park together and hang out. But before that, I've got some time. So I want to talk to you guys for the first time. Maybe. Okay. So today's topic is boys, and especially Japanese boys. Just wanted to kind of tell you guys a couple things that I like, admire, and really appreciate about Japanese guys. But my arms are gonna die if I keep them like this, so I'm just gonna place you down here. Okay, cool. So you're gonna sit there whilst we talk about boys. Okay, sorry, before we get to boys, I'm just gonna tell you about some reasons that I love Japan and I love living here. So firstly, I love traveling in Japan. Everyone knows it's my goal to visit all of the prefectures, and I think like each prefecture has like a different feeling, the nature's different, the food's different, each prefecture has their favorite famous food, and I love visiting the temples, the castles. The really extensive history is amazing for me. It's convenient, it's really safe. Like I've never felt in danger. I've had some like awkward situations, but I've never felt in danger in Japan. The weather's great. I love snowboarding. It's snowboarding season and snowboarding in Japan is fantastic. I'm from England, and English people are famous maybe for being polite and gentlemanlike and genteel, and I feel like that's really reciprocated in Japan. A lot of people are polite, really kind and helpful, and even when I didn't know Japanese, everyone would try and help me if I looked lost. And now that I can ask for help or have conversations with Japanese people, I can really understand their personality more. And through being able to understand the personality more, I guess I've kind of started to like Japanese people more and more and more. Especially boys. Because I live in Japan now and there's a lot of Japanese guys around, I tend to be attracted more to Japanese guys because there's more of them. But also I've had some really nice experiences, and there's a few common traits that Japanese guys do. For example, often guys will offer to carry my bag, which is really sweet, I think. Obviously, there's nice people all around the world, but I'm just trying to pick out some things that have really stood out to me in Japan. For example, personality traits that are common in Japan, like hardworking, punctuality, kindness, always shine through in the Japanese guys. So they're hardly ever late. They'll definitely not forget the date. Oh, actually one time someone gave me the wrong time for a date. Usually, like 80% of the time, they won't be late or forget it. Hardworking, a lot of people in Japan put like their job first, which can sometimes contradict my priorities, but it is nice to see someone be really motivated and dedicated to their work. It's a nice thing to see. Oh, there was one more. In Japan, everyone takes care of their appearance, not to be pompous, but just to present themselves in a nice light to the rest of the world. So having that daily care makes them definitely more attractive. So I'm gonna share the story of my first romantic interest in Japan. And coincidentally enough, one of our dates was in Nara. The first time I visited Nara was with my first romantic interest, and he traveled all the way from Tokyo when I lived in Mie, and then we came on a date to Nara. He showed me around Nara. He chose Nara because deer are my favorite animal. I love shrines, and he just thought this would be a really nice place that I would enjoy, and it was spot on. I loved it. It was a fantastic day. And then also that same person really understood that I love visiting shrines and collecting the Goshuin, and I love snowboarding. That's the key point. So the next date that he took me on, I don't know which order it was, he took me to Kusatsu. I'll just tell you the amazing parts. Kusatsu is beautiful. It was the middle of winter and we could enjoy the outside onsen. we actually stayed in an Airbnb which was connected to the shrine, which was magical for me. And we went snowboarding and nighttime walks in the snow. I think the thought and care that this person put into the dates was really, really appreciated. Yeah, thank you. Okay, so next we're going to talk about marriage. Actually, before I came to Japan, I never considered getting married. It wasn't like a thing. A lot of people in my family are not married. It's kind of, you can take it or leave it in England. But in Japan, not seen as so much as a religious thing, but also kind of a social responsibility to get married. So it's one of people's goals, I feel. I usually reevaluate my life every time my visa comes up for renewal. Like, do I want to stay? Do I want to try something new? And my next visa renewal will be in about a year. I'll be here for 6 years. If I am in a stable romantic relationship, I might get married to a Japanese man. Maybe. So, continuing on that kind of topic of marriage, if I do get married in Japan, then I would like to live here. I just think it's a very high quality of life. It's very stable, secure, and safe. I would like to move to the countryside though. That's one key thing. I loved growing up in the countryside as a kid, so I'd like to give that opportunity to my children. But I love England, my family's there. My mother would be very angry if I did not spend a lot of time with my children there. So, half-half. I'd also like to be my kids to be bilingual, and I also think English educational system is more free than Japanese educational system, so I'd like them to experience both. Yeah. So now I've spilled the beans on my whole life, my romance, and everything. I hope, please be nice in the comments. But I hope you enjoyed. It's been very fun talking to you one-on-one. Okay, so I finally did it, and I started my own YouTube channel. If you could please check the link in the description, that would be very appreciated. Also, my company channel is in the description. And if you liked this video, please give it a like and subscribe to Samurai Flag. Thank you very much. See you later. Bye.
いっぱいついてきてる。
どうぞどうぞ。いただきます。Yuki, where are we?
私たちは東大寺に行きました。
すごい。3、2、
1。じゃず、
いや。
プレゼントあります。
え、マジ？